Say good Monday morning.
Good Monday morning.
Take the day.
Take the day. Take the day.
That is not how the song goes. Sing how it goes.
Take the day. Okay. Taking the day. Taking the day.
Taking the day. I am taking the day. Hey everybody, good Monday morning. I hope that you are up, that you are with it, that you are taking the day, or you're getting ready to take the day, honey. I hope you took the night and got you some good rest. But if you didn't, let's take the day anyway. Grab your cup of coffee. I have got mine, and I'm ready to go. All right, so what's in my cup for today? Y'all, I wanted this to be in my cup. I was in the grocery store, and y'all know I get excited about the fall. The fall is party time for me. Like, I'm ready. I'm a pumpkin spice girl. I love pumpkin spice. I'm ready for it. So I bought this fall blend coffee by Starbucks. I saw it in the grocery store. Y'all, I was ready. I have brewed two pots with this. It tastes like water. Water. Don't do it to yourself. So what's actually in my cup is Old Faithful Bulletproof, the original coffee. It's one of my favorite coffees. It is like the favorite coffee. It's my go-to coffee. I love this coffee. It just does so many wonderful things. And inside of the Bulletproof coffee, along with the Bulletproof coffee, I should say, I have my pumpkin spice creamer, Kroger brand. And yes, it is delicious. So I'm enjoying my coffee today. All right, that's it for the Monday morning. Welcome. If this is your first time here, go ahead, click subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it definitely helps and supports me. I appreciate it. And to those that are returning, y'all, thanks for checking me out every week. I appreciate it. I just really do. Thank you for your feedback continuously, y'all. I love y'all. I love your responses. Thank you. Keep going. Stay with me. We're in there. All right, today we're going to be talking about something that I came across, happenstance. And when I came, I'm working on a new project with a friend, and we're in the middle of it. And first of all, you learn so much about people when you work with them. You really do. I am such a planner, and my friend is a doer. So we're halfway planning, and she's like, can we just do it? And she done glazed over with all my planning. And I'm like, but we need a plan. I need a perfect plan. That's kind of me. And she is like, no. But I was researching what we were going to do, trying to figure out what was the first step, like we've talked about in previous videos. You got to take the first step. And in today's world, you can look up something on your computer and then they're going to give you an advertisement to say for you to buy something on your phone. Because everything, is married together. So as I'm looking up and I'm researching how to do this next project, which I've been researching for a while, this person started to advertise information that if you buy my book, I'll give you all these steps, and then to cut down on a lot of research you have to do, because I'm going to give you steps, I'm going to give you links, I'm going to give you everything you need to kind of get things going. All you have to do is just follow my step-by-step fail-proof plan, and you'll be able to get your project up in no time. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll think about it. And then how they put them on sale. So I finally buy her little project, her book, and page 3 of her, was it page 3? Page 3. She has something called the Done Not Perfect Method. And she says, having something completed is much better than trying to create the perfect product. Do not let perfection get in the way of kicking off your project. Do not wait for the right website, equipment, or software to get started. That everything has a first version and will improve over time. So I saw that and thought, oh my God, that's so good. Like, it really I read that and was like, oh my God, it's so good. Because for me, I'm always trying to get it right before it starts. I want it right before it starts. And then when I'm executing, I want this right before I go to the next piece. I'm totally that person. And what occurred to me was, like, this is where I feel like where the Holy Ghost came in and said, pay attention, Angela, you got to pay attention to this. This is where it gets good. To expect things to be perfect before you move forward in your life, y'all, is an unexpected reality. Now I want you to think about your job and work. They have built into every job and every career, it is built in the imperfection of whatever it is that you're doing. When I was in high school, I worked at a grocery store, and they call damaged packaging, theft, all of that was called shrink. Now, I don't know what the fancy word is for it today, because it probably has changed. But when I was younger, the term shrink meant loss of any kind. Loss was factored into the cost. So before I even sell it to you, I have factored into the cost that there is a form of loss that comes, and I've accounted for it. My first job out of college in the corporate world, after I had worked there for a while and had moved up a couple times, I started working as a risk manager. And I worked a report called the WIP, work in progress. That's what the WIP meant. I ran the WIP, I worked the WIP. I would call people high and low all over the country working to resolve broken claims issues or issues that came up on my work in progress. The things that were broken in progress, the things that weren't working correctly. That was my job. The company had allowed for, we're going to have a loss and we're going to hire someone who can focus on resolving the loss. Now my current role is to work the WIP. Even though I'm a consultant, my job is to work through issues and gaps that come up. It's the WIP. We accept in our professional environments that there's a certain amount of loss that comes, that you have a certain amount of loss, and we see and recognize it professionally. What about the WIP in your personal life? What about the WIP in your relationship? Whatever your relationship is. No relationship is perfect. Whether it's a relationship with your siblings, whether it's a relationship with your spouse, no matter where, what contingency do you have in place for those relationships when they get off track? Y'all, that's weighing me out. Because I gave you the professional side first. I don't care what you're creating, what you're developing, what new business you're starting, what idea you have. You need to account for loss. And you can see that in your own professional world, in your own work world. You can see that as an example. Now I want you to look to the other side of that. I want you to transition to your personal space. Let's get in this personal space. And are you accounting for loss in those areas? How are you accounting for the WIP of your personal life? No marriage is perfect. Look, I've been married for almost 11 years. And I dated him for 2, so it's a 13-year relationship. Look, I'm telling you, we still whipping it out. Listen, he peck on me a little bit, I peck on him a little bit, and we try to whip each other into shape, honey. Work in progress, constant whipping. And here's the thing. Every year that we stay together is a year of success. Was the year perfect? I declare not. I promise you, the year wasn't perfect. Promise you that. That child marriage is no relationship is perfect. But are we still together? Are we still together? Are we still having moments where we enjoy each other? Because sometimes you get so busy working in life, child, you're not even thinking about having fun with each other. You're thinking about what's the next thing we got to do. Can I still enjoy you? But we're not working and raising kids. Can I still enjoy you? Maybe the work in progress is learning to enjoy each other as we raise the kids. If you don't have a family, maybe you just date. Maybe your work in progress is, Can I sustain a healthy relationship? How do I account for the loss? How do I make up the loss? If I don't have a healthy relationship, what's the loss? Why don't I have one? What dynamic can be changed? How have you accounted for your shrinkage? Because here's the thing. Some loss you have in life, you have it because it happened to you. So a store would have loss when somebody comes in and steals. Some loss happened because the product was damaged in transition. Just the natural wear and tear of moving product from creation to a warehouse to the store, the bag got damaged. The can was dented. The box was opened. The dress was ripped. The heel came off the shoe. It was a part of the natural movement of the item. So some things that you experience in your life, you have lost because it's just the way the cookie crumbled. The cookie crumbled in such a way where you have some loss in your life. But how are you going to resolve the loss? Are you going to discount your product? Maybe your product is still good with the dent in the can. It didn't bother nothing on the inside. The can a little dented, but the inside product is still good. I'm not discounting anything. There's somebody out there that likes a dented can, and they're going to come and say, well, you know, this can look good with this dent on it. What you going to do? How are you accounting for the loss? You might need to go and be repaired. They call that counseling. Get your repair work done. Somebody might need to stitch you back together. And apply this in whatever way you need to apply this. This can be a romantic relationship, but it can also be a familial relationship. It could be a sibling. It could be a cousin. How are you going to repair it? How are you going to account for the loss? You might say, it's just going to be a loss in this area. I'm just going to have to take a big old L. I'm not going to repair this. I'm not going to work on it. It is what it is, and I don't care that I don't care. I'm definitely one of them people. I'm definitely one of those, oh, child, that's just broken. I don't care that it's broken. I don't even care that it just is what it is. Maybe you are one of those individuals. Maybe you've accepted that this loss is permissible in your life. But what I want you to walk away with on today's date is saying, I will move things into the done column. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. Success is in the doing. Success is not in the planning. Come on. Success is not in the planning. Success is not in the contemplating. Success lies in the doing. What are you doing? Let's focus on doing this week. I want you to say, I'm going to do something this week. And I'm not going to allow, no matter how imperfect I am, no matter how imperfect the situation is, I'm not going to allow the imperfection of it to keep me from doing. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick one thing and say, this is what I'm going to do. And when it's done, I'm going to call it complete. When it's complete, I'll call it complete. Because we're not making up stuff that's not complete and calling it complete. We're not going to do that. When it's complete, it will be complete, and I will name that place success. All right, guys, I want you to have a fantastic week. I want you to take the day. I want you to get after it. I want you to do all that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you next Monday right here. Coffee, Conversation, Angela. Bye.
I am taking the day, taking the day. I am taking the day, taking the day. I am taking the day.